Smoke and mirrors, guys. Welcome to the movie factory.
It's exciting.
Trust me. If it bleeds, we can kill it.
Ferocious, aren't they? I'm trying to put Tiger Bomb on this jungle's nut.
I want your eyes, Pig! You're not trying to die.
Dead or alive, you are coming with me.
Now you want to get nuts? Come on! Yeah! Fuck you, too! You're gonna see some serious shit.
Welcome back. It's episode 87, Smoke and Mirrors. It's the Queen's birthday episode. It's the Jubilee episode. How we living there, fellas?
That's good, man. I woke up this morning and I was like, fuck.
Got
Back to
yourself
the grind tomorrow. And then I was like, nah, extra day.
Nah.
Oh, man, it's like these 3-day weekends are addictive.
Yeah. But now
How you guys
I'm
going?
doing good as well. I've been drinking the last 2 days, so I was really feeling the effects today. Feeling dusty as fuck. No headache. See, they came here to party. I came here to party.
How you going?
I'm good. 4-day weekend for me. Made sure I took that Friday off. You know how I get down.
I was always just like the opportunist with the public holidays.
Too bad.
Hacker man.
Like it just extends your leave and shit. Even though this was just just an RDO.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was good. But yeah, I am good. Feeling nice and relaxed.
Big fresh cuts on it.
Mm.
Both y'all.
Finally got that beard trim. Needed that shit, man. My beard was so long.
That would just need a premiere to go to.
Mm.
Next time we go, well, thanks for everyone that checked out that video. Next time we go, it's got to be all three of us.
Yeah.
Like, and we need Weave, because Weave was the man that just like fucking got into all like the fucking in the rooms and everything.
Weave's excuse was just like, I'm press.
Yeah. He was my fucking ham, yeah, man. Fucking Weave was the MVP of the night for sure.
So, yeah, I just see Weave like, I'll be right back. And then like you're walking through and you just see the shadow hit the floor and he's on the fucking rooftops taking all these mad shots and shit.
He was. Fuck. So got into rooms that we couldn't even like,
Fuck it up. I love it.
Yeah, next time, baby. We'll be prepared.
We'll be there. All right. Let's kick this off. So there is no streaming news this week.
Weirdly.
There was a lot of trailers this week. So we'll see how that is. So starting off with our film news this week. So we got reports that Dermot Mulroney, your best friend who's getting married, who you want to steal, which is a really fucking toxic movie when you think about it. Like it's wild.
Yeah.
He's joining the new Scream 6, right? So he's joining. We've heard reports. I don't know who was reading the script as well.
Jenna Ortega.
Who?
Jenna Ortega?
Yeah, Jenna Ortega was reading the script, and she was saying it's really, really dark this time. So they're saying that that Ghostface is really intimidating this time in the movie. So I haven't watched Scream 5 yet. I haven't watched it, so I might watch it today, actually, thinking about it. But yeah, I haven't watched it yet. So I want to check it out. That looked pretty much harder than maybe Scream 3 or something, which I hate.
Yeah, I didn't like Scream 3. I didn't really care for Scream 4 either. I thought this one, Scream 5, was a good return to form. But it felt like they scaled down the kills, so it wasn't like on that Saw level, and made them more personal, and that's why they were more aggressive, because it was still back to knife kills.
But that's what you want, though, in a Scream movie. You want slasher kills. I don't want bloody...
Throw them out the window and the intestines fucking fly out, all that.
Yeah. I don't need any of that nonsense.
But like, I know why Craven did that, because it was always a commentary on the slasher film.
Yeah. But he was just channeling the different slashes, right? So sometimes your kills will be more Michael Myers, sometimes your kills will be more Jason Voorhees.
Yeah.
Like it's just and he found he obviously has that perfect balance. He knows which kills he wanted to. Okay, this is a Michael Myers kill. This is a Freddy Krueger kill. This is like he knew.
Whereas now these movies are sort of referencing itself.
Yeah. Very, very meta.
But check that Scream out.
Yeah.
Scream
Yeah, I need
5.
to.
Fuck, these naming conventions are cuck. But yeah, it's worth checking that shit out.
But yeah. So the other part of this news though is that Nev Campbell isn't coming back. She was originally slated to come back. This might be the first Scream movie without Sydney in it, to be honest.
Yeah.
So reports are saying she put out a statement talking about, she'd love to come back, but it's just, she's not getting the money that she deserves, basically. Nev Campbell's been the face of this series for, God, nearly 20 years now, right? Probably more than 20 years. And she deserves to get paid more money.
Yeah.
Yeah. The rest of them can fuck off. The rest of them can get paid scale. She deserves that big payday. She's really what brings people into the theater.
True.
Yeah. It depends on how much she was asking for. Like, if she rocked up there and she was like, I demand $30 million, but she was getting 15, like, for the size of her role in Scream 5, and then, like, I don't know if it could be bigger in this one or it could be smaller. Yeah.
Yeah.
But they can't make this movie without her.
No.
Yeah.
And you can't recast her. So I don't know what they're going to do.
Yeah. We'll see.
Probably
Because I
around
think this
bullshit.
one was, like, wrapping it up for the franchise.
Right. Miramax needs to sit down and have a chat with her, sort this shit out. I mean, how much money? They made quite a lot of money on the last one, yeah?
140 worldwide.
On a budget that's what?
20.
20 million? 25 million? Yeah. Yeah, they made a lot of money.
They could even go, hey, here's like back end options,
That's what I'm thinking.
percentages of the gross.
Yeah, if she takes the back end off, option pause, yeah, she'd be extremely well off.
I would take the back end option on Nev Campbell any day of the week, my friend.
Twice. But yeah, it's just a bit sad to see. But hopefully they sort of sort it out and get it together. Really,
Yeah.
seriously, you can't.
She does have them in a mad position, though.
Right? Yeah, over that
Like
fucking
where she
barrel.
can use that leverage for the last 5 films.
Yeah. It's also like sometimes I think like I wish it had opened. Like my idea was always, to open up with with her.
Mm.
I mean, she's sort of started this whole thing to open up with her dying.
Yeah.
Was always my idea. Like that's what I always wanted. Because
Yeah.
it'd be like a nice throwback to the first film with the opening of what's his face? Drew Barrymore.
Mm.
And then
Yeah.
sort of like it'd just be really, really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope they do that. That'll be fucking fire.
But that's probably why she, it could be why she's not coming back, right?
Because she's going to die.
Right at the start. And I mean, we're only going to pay you for 3 days. Sorry. Like, that's how much you're getting.
Milk it for all it's worth, Campbell.
Yeah.
It'll be fire.
Get your money.
John Hillcoat is going to direct this adaptation of this short story called Running Wild. I don't know if like we're heading into cold summer. We got Weekend's thing. We got DiCaprio's thing that he's sort of coming through with. We just had Under the Banner of Heaven, which is almost cultish. But it seems to be the flavor of kind of what's going down. So this is about this sort of fringe neighborhood in Nevada, and all the adults just get killed, but all the children that are there get taken. And then there's this FBI agent, because it's kidnapping. There's an FBI agent that like is on the trail, but her higher ups are kind of like almost suppressing her. So it's like this big fucking cover up. This sounds really cool, man. Like I like these sort of procedural movies. And John Hillcoat, who directed like The Proposition, and he did another fairly. Which one?
The Road.
Road, yeah. So it seems like one of those like dark and fucking like heavy movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, looking forward to this, man. No casting as yet, but I like that story.
Yeah. That's fucking cool. Imagine if this has like that Seven vibe that Cisco missed.
That'd be fire, actually.
That'd be cool, done.
And that's it. That's all of our film news.
All right, there, Batto. It is time to fan the hammer.
All right. So Jason Bateman has exited Apple's Artemis. Westworld Season 4 debuted a new poster. We got to finally see that Teddy's making a return. Fuck yeah. Tokyo Vice Season 2 has been announced by HBO Max. Ted Lasso 3 is planning to be the final season in this series, which is kind of disappointing. Prey, the new take on the Predator movie, is actually confirmed to have a Comanche language track, which is awesome. Juno Temple, John Hamm, and Jennifer Jason Leigh are all signing up for Season 5 of Fargo. Joseph Kosinski is going to direct the Brad Pitt's Passion F1 project over at Apple. So Apple actually got the rights. Jerry Bruckheimer is going to produce, as well as Lewis Hamilton, which is awesome as well. Netflix is planning an animated Ghostbusters series. Anthony Hopkins has joined Snyder's Rebel Moon, which is awesome. The Boys Season 4 got greenlit after the first week, which is awesome. Uma Thurman, Henry Golding, they've joined The Old Guard 2. Todd Phillips posted a picture of Joker 2, Folie à Deux, which is the sequel to Joker, and it's also got the picture also had what's his face, Joaquin reading it as well. Julia Garner from Ozark has been offered the role in the Madonna biopic. The Batgirl directors, so they talked about their inspirations for the film and everything and what they want to go for. It's basically the animated series, Batman the Animated Series, which is exciting for me because that's kind of my favorite Batman. Jake Schreier is going to direct the Thunderbolts movie for Marvel. The Cobra Kai team is setting up for a Duke Nukem film, which is crazy. Yeah. Jason Bateman, Viola Davis, Chris Tucker, Marlon Wayans, Chris Messina, Matthew Maher, Tom Popper, and Julius Tenen have all joined Affleck's untitled Nike film. I can't wait to see more of that. I love Tom Popper. He's hilarious. And finally, Lindsay Beer is going to direct a new Sleepy Hollow film.
Very good.
Can I just say that out of all the people I want to play Duke Nukem, I want it to be fucking Scott Lang.
Jesus, old Nukem? It was going to be Cena at one point. John Cena!
The New York SummerSlam!
Just going back to that Brad Pitt, Joseph Kosinski F1 film. So they have a 30-day theatrical window exclusive. I don't know why I said it like a Frenchman. exclusive, which is crazy. That was just part of the deal. So that's where they'll get that buyout for the film. That's where they'll get their fee for the film and their cinema back end. So then Apple, and then they're going 50-50 for the budget, which is wild.
Which is how it's supposed to be.
I don't mind that.
Neither do I.
That's how they did Macbeth and a couple of others that Apple's been doing.
I think Macbeth they only had to put out for 2 weeks, though.
Yeah.
Just so they could be, considered for Oscars.
Yeah.
I like that, though. I don't mind. Like, if I watch a movie at the movies, which I'll watch this because it's F1 and it's Kaczynski and it's Bruckheimer and of course I want to watch this sort of movie in the theater.
Yeah.
Like
especially
this,
after seeing Maverick.
Oh man. You know they're going to use that same rig inside the actual F1 cars. Like it's going to be amazing.
The cool thing about that as well is that they're getting Aaron Kruger, who wrote Maverick as well.
Yeah.
And a lot of the stunts team will show up too. I like that. Like that in the face. Pause.
Yeah. I can't wait. And that the what's his face? That Nike film? That Nike film is gonna hit, son.
Fuck yeah.
Oh man, I can't wait. It's gonna be sick.
Yeah.
So good. And then we got our movie trailers for the week as well. A shit ton of movie trailers. So we got the trailer for Wednesday. We got the trailer for Cabinet of Curiosities, as well as the Midnight Club. Regrettably, we also got the Resident Evil. We also got 1989. We got Sandman, which I'm a little unsure about. Fucking looks alright. And we got that mad trailer for Bullet Train as well. I'm excited for that shit.
Need a bag
we also got
picks, lady.
A League of Their Own as well. And we also got The School for Good and Evil. Fucking, that's the one I forgot about. We also got Black Adam, which looks fucking excited for that.
The only thing with Black Adam, if I can just quickly interject there, Falleritos, is why make the whole fucking point of the trailer, you don't kill people, but I do. And then you have to show him destroying people. You know what I mean? Like, why is that the arc? I didn't get it. Cool. If you're gonna have that character, just have the fucking character kill people. Don't make him say that he kills people, because then at the end he's gonna be like, "Now I save people." It's like, fuck out of here, man.
I wanted it to be like The Boys, where they just fuck it, rip through buildings, just don't care. That's what I wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and for all the power dynamic speech and how badass Black Adam is, didn't look that badass.
Kind of look bitch.
Kind of look kiddie. You know what I mean? It looked like it's tailored for kids. Don't put that Man in Black tag on there. I love Brock. Don't get me wrong. It looks serviceable. But let's not say that it's the darkest fucking superhero movie out there, and he's I'm blurring the lines between hero and villain.
We've already seen the darkest superhero movie out there anyway. Shit's already been done.
Yeah. Superman is fucking Black Adam up. I don't care what anyone says.
100%.
Hopefully we get that matchup, man.
It's never going to happen.
Yeah, I know.
You know what kind of... No, that's all right. You know what kind of fucked me up about this trailer as well? Why was it when he was flying in the fucking jet, he's in between the jets, why did he have to do the Batman whole body turn to look at that guy?
Maybe his neck muscles just won't let it turn, his head turn autonomously.
The G-forces just had too much for him.
What does he do with his Jedi robes when he's flying? Does he just leave them? He doesn't have them on in that scene. It's wild, right? Even Shazam, when he flies, he's still got his hood on and everything.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it folds up or something. But it looks like Dr. Fate's going to be the villain in this one.
Yeah, Yeah.
Brosnan looks fucking always classy.
That's my
Yeah.
guy.
That's what I was going to say. If it wasn't Brosnan, fucking Dermot Mulroney would have made a cool Dr. Fate.
Yeah.
He's got that look about him.
Mm.
Or Etrigan. I've been saying that for months.
So any chance he gets, he throws in the Etrigan.
Hey,
Etrigan.
it's really something. What do you call it? We got the trailer for the Monsters as well. We got Blackbird. Egerton just looks more shredded than a Julius out of.
Looks good.
Yeah. We got the Terminal List, which is like one of the first time I've seen Chris Pratt serious again in a long time. What feels like it. This looks fucking mad. Then we got the trailer for Mike as well.
Which looks
Mike.
fire.
The trailer. Yeah, you like the look of it?
Yeah, I really like the look of it. It like they should have just called it I Tyson, really.
Yeah.
Because it's that exact same formula. Trevante Rhodes looks fucking nice in there. Like, he looks like he's fucking killing it in that role. He's got the voice pattern, tone, and lisp down without it being comical.
Yeah.
Because it would have been very easy to like fuck that up and make it sound too lispy.
Mike don't sound like that.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't. But like, I hope we get that full scale of Tyson's emotions, because there is the anger, there's the cockiness, there's the fucking that bad boy shit. But then when he gets like really, really sort of emotional, he softens up and his voice gets really croaky. I want to see the whole register. I'm really liking what I'm seeing.
It's funny with Tyson though, because people talk about the anger and all that sort of stuff, but Tyson loves so much.
Yeah,
Like
too much.
he shows love so much.
Yeah,
Like he'll talk about his daughters and like his family and how much he loves them and all that sort of stuff, and he'll cry and everything.
yeah.
Like he's the only heavyweight champion I've seen actually cry. Like,
Yeah, but that was always the conflict, because he was a soft kid growing up. But it was, I'm good at fighting. I'm good at fighting, but I don't want to do it.
this is the 15-year-old kid that was fighting 19-year-olds. B.
Yeah,
Like he's a 15-year-old kid. He's 180 pounds, so he's like 90 kilos.
yeah,
Fighting bloody 19-year-olds. He's fighting men.
yeah.
Like, that's how good he was. This is the best boxer in the world, in my opinion. Better than Ali. He's the best. Tyson.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't agree with you, but he's the fucking, like, he's one of the greatest.
Who is Cuss, though? Who's playing Cuss?
Oh, fuck.
I
Alan
saw
Arkin.
Alan Arkin.
He
Oh,
looks
man.
good too.
Mm.
And I know I'm going to cry when Cuss dies.
Oh, man.
I know I'm going to cry.
Don't let
Just
Cuss die like
keep a
that.
whole bunch of tissues. Over do that look up in the air shit.
Fuck.
Oh, man. But yeah, I can't wait for Mike, actually. But I'm also, I can't wait for, what's his face? For that Jamie Foxx version that's coming up.
Same.
Yeah.
That's the authorized one.
That's the authorized one. That's one I want to watch. But this will tide me over until then.
Fuck
But
yeah.
Trevante is big.
He
Yeah.
looks fucking huge.
He's a
I
bit
was-
tall to be playing Tyson. That's the only thing. But he is big.
That's what I was worried about. Like, how tall he is. Because he is tall and he's tank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is a bit weird because it's so hard to get that sort of physique.
Well, he's taller, so he'd have the weight. Right. He'd be able to get up to that 220, 225 mark.
Yeah.
For Tyson. I mean, Tyson was 200 and he was at the lightest stage of heavyweight. So he was only 216 around there, which is around 80, 90, 95 kilos or something like that. When you think about it like that, then for us,
Yeah.
yeah. So he'd have the weight down. It's just the like Tyson, because he was so squat, he was bulky, man.
Yeah.
but didn't move like that. That's the thing. It's the movement as well of Tyson. It's the hand speed. It's the footwork. It's everything. Like that's the total package. That's why I think he's the best. Yeah. But yeah. So my trailer pick this week was Prey. So we finally got a full trailer. I've been waiting for this, to be honest. For Prey. So Prey is obviously the new take on Predator that's come through. So it opens up with Thunder God. What's her name? Thunder God?
Amber Midthunder.
Amber Midthunder, right? And she's explaining like the village is asking, like, you know, why do you want to hunt and all that sort of stuff, and she basically says, because I can, right? So she you see her tracking a bear, which is crazy. I don't know how people hunt bears. Tracking the bear, you see her loose an arrow, hits the bear charges her. She obviously has a hide set up, so she dives underwater, gets into the hide. And basically tries to attack that bear from where she is, but it looks like it goes wrong. It looks like the bear is basically going to start coming after her. You see the bear just going crazy, trying to get at her, and then stop, right? And then its face changes, and you see it get pulled away and hoisted up into the air. And it's obviously a predator. The predator is there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then basically going through and, you know, showing her setting up. It looks like we will get to see our mud scene. I told you guys.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah. Get our mud scene. We get all that sort of stuff. You see them preparing to hunt for the predator. She's preparing. Everyone else is preparing. It looks like colonizers come through and try to take on this predator as well. So they have guns and all that sort of stuff. It just looks good, this movie. Like, I'm really enjoying the look of the movie.
The only thing that I was kind of worried about when I was watching the trailer, because everything in the trailer was just hitting for me. It felt classic Predator.
Yeah.
The only thing that I was worried about was when they showed the Predator jumping like from one side of the tree to like the other side and like smacking into the camera. I was like, they're showing a lot of the Predator.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, whereas in the original Predator, they kept a lot of his movement sort of masked or with the camouflage, or they just didn't show it.
Yeah. I think you'll see the predator in that scene with the bear though, right?
Yeah.
Because you can see the bear start bleeding over. You can see the black blood there, obviously.
Yeah.
But it's going to be red.
Yeah.
It just looks good, man. It looks better than what Shane Black was trying to do.
Yeah.
In the last Predator movie. So
I almost think that was too high tech, that movie.
yeah. It's if they were to have sort of scaled it back a little bit,
Yeah.
and kept it in that jungle, like where it started was great.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if they had sort of stumbled across like all these drug dealers and whatnot, which is basically the first Predator.
Yeah.
And then for them to start, you know, getting killed one by one in that jungle, it would have been cool, man.
Yeah.
It also seems like in this movie, like the Predator's weapons are scaled down as well.
Yes.
You only see the spear. You see, I think he uses the extendable claws and like his gun. That's it. He's got a fucking shield in there.
Yeah.
Like you don't really see the Predator like that scaled down, except for the first one.
Well, even the shield is a bit different, right? So you would think that them trying to protect themselves against what they're hunting is a no-no.
Yeah.
Right? You'd expect them to be like, no, well, we're not going to give you anything to protect yourself with. We'll give you weapons. I'm not going to give you a shield, though, to protect yourself from them. If you get hit, you get hit. Yeah. You can heal yourself, which is basically what they were doing in the first one and second one, right? They came out, I mean, the Predators don't wear any armor except for their
The
helmet.
mask. Yeah.
And that's only just to provide breathing and what's his
HUD.
face? The HUD. Yeah. Other than that, they're armorless. They're exposed.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't wait, man. I can't wait for this.
August 5th.
That's it, man. Yeah, August 5th. That's like 2 months away. It'll drop on Hulu. I'm hoping it drops on Star the same time over here.
Yep.
If not, I will do something felonious and
Melodious Monk. My trailer pick for the week was Nope, but it was the second trailer. So usually I don't talk on trailer 2s because like trailer 2s is basically just like trailer 1s with just a little bit of extra footage or whatnot. But this trailer 2 confirmed a lot of things.
yes.
So it's confirmed that we're going to see the aliens. Kaluuya's character and like I thought it was going to be a mystery right up until the end. What the fuck is happening in the sky? Right? So that gets confirmed. It doesn't seem like that's the biggest plot point in the movie, though. Because it looks like what they're trying to do is create stock footage in the first, like, sort of unquestioned footage of an alien aircraft and maybe an alien.
Mhm.
So it's almost like this mission movie. They try to get that done and who they kind of rope in within the business.
It's so like for me, it was so funny because like it feels like they almost want to set up like a theme park dedicated to these people,
Yeah.
dedicated to like these aliens.
Yeah. And shout out to Michael Wincott,
Mm.
who makes an appearance in this movie. That iconic voice, like shit, just seems like really shady when he's in a movie,
It's the
just
best
because of that
in-
voice.
That voice, the best voice in the business.
Yeah,
Michael Wincott should be paid billions for just doing voiceover work. Like
100%.
that,
If
just
he-
the delivery, like the everything,
Yeah.
the rasp. Like he's got the perfect Batman voice. Like
yeah.
Yeah.
Actually,
yeah.
do you
if
call it?
only he did like Siri.
His monologue in The Crow is fucking mad when he's talking to that table of dudes.
Mm.
Fucking, it really
Yeah.
just gets you like stuck in.
But yeah,
So
man,
fucking good.
I was thinking they showed you too much in this trailer
Mm.
because there was a lot that was kind of happening. But if like you've been watching Get Out and Us, there's so much more under that surface plot that's
It's-
going to happen
He
that we
does
just don't
it-
know.
Yeah, he does it so well though because he will show you that trailer where it's completely different genres within the one movie. Like some parts of this movie looks like a fucking comedy. Some parts look like a really, really like down and dirty bloody horror film. Other parts look like a weird sort of cultish drama with bloody Glenn from The Walking Dead.
Yeah,
Like it's so different, which makes me think that some of the stuff that we're seeing might not even be in that movie. I would love if he just used like just unused footage for this trailer.
yeah, that would have been cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Jordan Peele almost hides his shit in plain sight. So you've seen the MacGuffin or the turn or whatever already in the trailer.
Yeah, we've seen it. What's his face? He did it. Like, I mean, this trailer was the sort of payoff from the poster that he released, right? With the cloud and just the string.
Yeah,
Like, it's got to be something to do with that.
yeah, yeah. I think it's gonna maybe go into conspiracy theories.
Mm. Yeah.
That'll be the commentary or the themes that he's kind of tackling in this one.
Mm.
Excited for it, man. July 22nd. I'm
Just
going
around
for sure.
the corner.
Yeah. Should be fucking good, man. I was excited. My pick was Cyberpunk Edge Runners, man. This shit looks fucking excellent to me. Getting back in my anime bag for this one. So synopsis is basically exactly the same as the game as well. So it's just this young kid. He's trying to get into becoming an edge runner and then fucking moving from there. But we see all of Night City. We see all the shit that can happen there as well when it comes to, like, you know, going through cyber psychosis. If you've played the games, you know exactly what's going to go down in regards to people just going fucking mental, just augmenting themselves and just going crazy. I love Bioshock as well. No, but this should look cool. Looks like it's going to be violent as fuck too, which is good.
It said, I was reading like comments and stuff, so I haven't played the game, but it said there's so many instances of that game lore in this one minute trailer that like people were like really kind of praising it for it being authentic.
Yeah. What do you call it? What's that guy's name? The dude from CD Projekt Red, because he's like full backing this, and he's the guy who did majority of the lore for the game as well. I think I want to say is Mike something like that.
Hunt.
But yeah, so it goes through and it shows him on the come up as well, which is good. I'm fucking excited, man. Should be sick. I fucking love like shit like this when it's like part of like the games that I love, and then it goes into like, you know, all the deep shit.
Yeah.
Plus, it's perfect that it's in anime format because you can do all that crazy shit too, and it'll look mad.
Yeah. You see some of the powers when they're taking like these bad guys out, and they fucking look wild.
Yeah, shit looks exciting, man.
Yeah.
What's the word I'm looking for here? Frenetic.
Ooh. Whoa, I just want to just throw frenetic into the mix. The fuckers have topped their game with their words and shit.
I had to look through a dictionary for that one.
They call me Thesaurus. Yeah.
But no, this drops on Netflix in September, so it should be good, man.
Yeah, they didn't have a date. They just stated September, so we'll see what they do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Except for movie trailers.
Thoughts on Obi-Wan there, fellas?
I liked it. I'm liking the journey of Obi-Wan. This episode, he had to do a mission and shit. We got introduced to O'Shea Jackson Jr. And they was behind enemy lines in the Inquisitor Imperialis, I want to say.
Yeah. Basically, the Inquisitor base.
Yeah. And then we find out that at the bottom of the base, right, is like this fucking massive tomb of Jedis and people that have opposed the Empire that have been cryogenically frozen.
Yeah.
And Obi-Wan's kind of like, he's almost working through his own shit, like his own trauma, while kind of going through it, and he has to almost relive like Order 66 through that.
Yeah.
There's always like this reminder. So he's trying to get his powers back. He just about like got a bit of the Force back, his lightsaber strength and stuff. So yeah, shit kind of went down in this episode.
Yeah. What do you call him? That was fucking sick though, man. When that lady sets up the distraction, and then it's just black in that room, and you see that lightsaber come through. My man's was a ninja. With that shit.
We've got you surrounded.
So good.
That was sick. Yeah, I really like his entrance there, and also him holding that water.
Yeah.
With the Force. That was cool.
I love the
Fuck.
What's her name? The third sister.
Reva.
Yeah.
Yeah. The lengths that she'll go to sort of like, you know, get Obi-Wan is crazy. It's like I don't know who the hell she is though, and how she connects to bloody Obi.
Yeah. Like they've got 2 episodes to wrap that up now. What is the connection? Why does she hate him so deeply?
Like it's just like I need to know. Like
Yeah.
I need to know what it is. Like, did he kill one of her bloody someone that she was close to? Did she?
Yeah.
Is she Darth Maul's daughter? Like, what the hell's going on here?
She Mace Windu's daughter.
She Windu's daughter.
I
I don't know, like during that time, a lot of those, like the brothers and sisters that are part of the Inquisitors, were all former Jedi.
Yeah.
That were turned to the dark side. So maybe there was some shit there. Maybe she was part of the same temple or something. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe she's part of that squad of younglings that escapes at the start. Because they said there's one of the younglings, and that's the kid that you kind of see, like frozen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I almost wonder what the indoctrination process is for like an Inquisitor. Like, have they been fed certain things that would make them hate a specific Jedi more than the others? Or, I don't know.
Well, we saw how easy it was to do, right? We saw how easy it was to do in episode 3. All we needed was a Jedi to attack Palpatine, and then for him to spin some shit talking about how they wanted to take over.
Yeah.
And then, okay, well, these guys are obviously the enemies.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think she probably is one of those younglings. It wouldn't be too hard though. If they looked up to Anakin the way that they did, it wouldn't be too hard to indoctrinate those kids. I mean, if they said Obi-Wan Kenobi killed Anakin Skywalker, like, which he did, when you think about it,
Yeah.
like, it wouldn't be too hard.
Yeah.
It's also the promise of, like, you know, of riches and bitches, basically. I mean, Jedi can't get married. They can't. They're basically priests. They're not allowed to love.
Are the Sith the same?
No.
Like,
No.
are the Sith allowed to have attachments like that?
Yeah. It's encouraged.
Yeah.
Because it makes them stronger.
So I wonder, like, are there any, like, Sith kids?
There would be. There'd have to be. There'd have to be.
100% there would need to be.
Yeah. There'd have to be kids that were, you know, fathered and mothered by Sith. Even though there's only ever 2, right? That we know of, which is Luke and Leia. Like, there'd have to be.
Trying to think now. Fuck. We haven't seen any at all. I don't think you even see any in like the Clone Wars or Rebels or anything like that either. You don't see any of that shit. But there 100% there would need to be. It's kind of a given when Palpatine's talking about it in 3 as well, because he wants Anakin to, like, you know, look after Leia. I mean Padme, sorry.
Yeah.
Fuck, I don't know. Maybe.
They did
You
say.
always see, like,
No, you go.
I was going to say, like, with all the Siths we've ever seen, even during the series or even the movies, they've always been, like, you know, either like a late teenager or a fucking thingy, an adult, like a Saji Ventress and all that shit.
Yeah, they said Sith only start training in their adulthood. And they're encouraged to have attachments, but they end sexual relationships with each other.
Yeah.
But it's not like they'd show that in a fucking Star Wars show or
No.
movie. They just hint to it with the character.
Sith are just basically like, you know, it's like Catholics compared to Mormons or something like that. Like that's literally all it is.
Right.
It's like a Mormon that's been disfellowshipped or something like that, and kicked
Like
out.
fundamental Mormon.
Yeah, like a fundamental Mormon. Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
When you think about it.
All right. Did you guys watch episode 4 of The Boys?
I've only watched up to episode 2, but you always go. I'm keen.
This one was crazy because by the end of it, like the team is basically ripped apart almost. So Yui tries that temp V for the first time and fucking goes wild. He loves it. Like you can see he's addicted to it.
Mm-hmm.
Kamiko is basically like gonna die because Captain America, what's his name?
Soldier Boy.
Soldier Boy.
Soldier Boy. Shoots that beam out of his chest. I don't know if like that beam is taking away powers, right? That's the weapon
That's the
to
weapon.
kill Homelander.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Butch is like, fuck it, he's just gonna do anything in his power to kill Homelander now.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure Yui is gonna try to take that temp V and take on Homelander because Homelander and Starlight are kind of they're a thing now.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, they also framed up what's his face? The head of Fort.
Edgar.
Yeah.
He's got
Sorta.
something up his sleeve.
I know he's got something up his sleeve.
He knew that would happen.
Yeah. He's playing possum. My man's is too smart.
Yeah.
Gus gets it done, my friend.
I almost reckon he's got powers, like he's a shapeshifter or something.
I think he does, man.
Because
That's
when
when
you
Go
go,
on. I was going to say
he's-
that. This is why we need to be in the studio. I was going to say that's why he was in country with them, right? In in Vietnam with them. Remember? It doesn't make sense to send an executive into a war zone and he can't protect himself, even if he's got a whole bunch of soups with him.
yeah.
Yeah.
Also, Homelander says A-Train told me, but A-Train is like obviously out of favor with Homelander. Why would A-Train tell Homelander that Starlight and that guy, the new
Supersonic?
member, Supersonic, are
So-
like gonna mutineer?
So that he can get into favor with him. He's out of favor right now. He needs the points. That's what he's trying to do. It's just backstabbing bullshit.
But you didn't ever see A-Train like with Homelander. You know what I mean? Like the last time you see them together, like it's obviously the deep over A-Train. That's what I'm saying. Like, did Edgar shapeshift into A-Train to then tell Homelander?
Do you think that what's his face? That's why he doesn't have his power. So Edgar can take the form of these people, but he can't use their powers. Have you noticed that he hasn't been using his powers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they did say in season 3 that he had lost it because of the heart defect from him using Compound V or something. Remember, he was like using it as a drug.
Yeah.
Could be. I don't know. These episodes just go too fast, man.
It
Fuck, they're
does.
violent.
Yeah.
That gerbil, that fucking
God.
just destroying guys.
The hamster.
Yeah. Fucking hell.
What was his name? The hamster? Because Frenchie is like Merci, Jamie or something.
Yeah. I love that the lines are getting blurred now. Because since Temp V's kind of entered the dynamics of the group, the lines are like completely blurred, and they're kind of like, do I keep using this even though like I'm fighting for humans, or do I just sort of like do I just get off it and do it the old school way?
I don't think Yui should have used it.
Nah, not at
Like,
all.
Yui needs to come to the realization that he's a pussy. Like seriously, like really sit down and be like, I'm a pussy.
I've hated
that's
Yui
just-
since day one.
Yeah, he's been a bitch since day one. B. I hated that. Even with the whole missus dying, I can understand that. But then, like, come on, man, get over that shit. Be a fucking man. Get over that shit.
He's
bring
obviously
anyone-
gotten over it. He's like dogging Starlight right now.
Who
But,
knows? He's still on a mission to take out Soup. So is he really over it?
yeah, but I think that's why you kind of give that unlimited power to Yui, because the effects that it has on him, like he's so addicted to being powerful.
Mm.
But he's like that Tom Cruise interview. You're just masking the real issue. I love that interview. Cruise was right.
Which interview was that?
That was when he's talking to that guy, I think, on Good Morning America. It's around the time that War of the Worlds came out. And the guy's saying antidepressants, antipsychotics are the direction that we should be going in, and they're helpful. And Tom Cruise is like, yeah, they're helpful up to a certain point, but they mask the real issue and the real work that needs to be done to free yourself from needing the antidepressants and antipsychotics.
Mm.
And that's the one where he's like, I know the history of psychology. You're
Which he
glib.
probably does.
You're glib. You don't know what Ritalin is. You're glib.
Is that you're pushing it?
No.
You're pushing it.
That was the Aussio.
Oh god.
It was like, I just had to sit through 4.5 hours of intense psychometric testing.
I don't know why. Like, why do the Australians get those fuckers who don't? They obviously don't like movies to sit down and talk with these people. Like, that's what I don't get, man.
Yeah.
And Cruz is an honorary Aussie. He's always down here. His kids are sometimes down here.
Yeah.
Like, I don't get it.
I don't get it either. But
Like Cruz.
But the media love to, like, they want to find something on him. They want to prove him wrong or have this big realization, like, I was wrong. Oh, no. But dude is just living his life, you know what I mean? Like, who are we to kind of say, nah, the way you're living is wrong?
Yeah. Cruz, like, in his whole career hasn't done bad shit, you know what I mean? It's almost like they're always trying to find, like, ooh, what's behind that secret fucking door for you, Mr. Cruz?
Yeah.
Because of his religion. Hating Tom Cruise because he's a Scientologist is the same as going out and hating Muslims.
Mm.
Right?
Yeah.
It's the same thing,
But it's acceptable.
but it's acceptable, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
It's, I don't know, man. It's like fucking saying to Clint Eastwood, I fucking hate you because you support Trump, but then you go home and watch Gran Torino, you know what I mean?
And you sing the song at the end, too. In a Gran Torino. Just back to the boys. Kamiko really just killed a room full of people with dildos. Dildos was a big thing in this episode.
It was excellent.
It's crazy the marketing that you can apply on anything.
Mm-hmm.
Like, here's like, can you imagine seeing a Hulk dildo? You know what I mean?
We tried. Believe me, they probably tried.
The tagline would literally be Hulk Smash as well. Also,
So
do we call them kildos now?
Jesus. So we got our first episode of Miss Marvel this week.
I like this show.
I didn't like it, man. Like it was just a bit too kiddie for me. Like it feels like one of those young adult sort of shows. For me, like it just wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't for me.
I liked the dynamic way that they were telling the story through text, through like using the signs and using the architecture and stuff to show like paintings and all that. Like they could have told it like the usual way that they did, but like it has its own flavor. I really, really like Iman Vellani as well. She did well in the role, and the characters that they've kind of surrounded her with. Like, I love the family dynamic.
That's what I do like. I love her dad.
And yeah, and it is like that with immigrant parents, where they might not agree with the customs of the country that they're living in, but they'll try kind of meet it halfway, and it feels knockoff, and it just doesn't feel authentic. But the sentiments there, like you're kind of like, how many times did we get knockoff shit? You know what I mean? Or we wanted to get like Nikes, but we got fucking Aerosports with the hard plastic bubble that you could kill someone with.
Why would you do that to someone? That was the worst.
But it
made no sense. The piece, that air is there for cushion. Why would you put a hard piece of plastic in there?
That plastic bubble, or that rubber bubble, because it wasn't like air or anything in there, that had come out in the first week.
Yeah.
And then you'd almost have to just keep it in there just to make sure that the shape of the shoe stays.
Yeah.
But that's the foundations that Kmart laid its like empire on, built its empire on.
Go.
But yeah, I was like, weirdly, this show reminds me of a kiddie Life of Pi. Just in the way that it kind of blended a lot of these different ways to tell a story. I really it was it for me. It was really surprising because I came in there with like the lowest expectations, watched it with Brody, and we both didn't want to watch it. But I was like, fuck it, we're gonna throw it on. And we both really enjoyed it. By the end, Brody was like, dang it. Only one episode? I swear there's 2 episodes. We checked and he was like, But yeah, this was the shit for me this week. I'm in for next week, even though there was no action in the episode. But just the discovery and that journey, I was digging.
Well, I have to watch the next episode, obviously, because otherwise it doesn't make sense. You know how many people were complaining about Strange? Because they were like, how does this make sense? Like, I haven't watched any of the shows. Like, I don't know what's sort of going on here. Why is Wanda there? And yeah, like people were complaining. So you have to watch this shit. Yeah.
But then they do allude to it. You know what I mean? In Strange, they do say, hey, there was something that happened in Westview, like, you know, people were hurt, blah, blah, blah. She lost her kids. People
don't, like, you know, look at the nuance in the movies. They want to see it.
I sometimes wonder what the fuck some people are doing in the theater.
Sometimes I think you need to have, like, a license to go to the movies.
Fucking big time. That's what they should do. They should have an S-tier movie-o that, like, I will only go with S-tier other people. Because if you in here and you have to explain the movie to your mate, fuck out, like, leave the cinema.
Yeah.
That should fuck me up.
They absolutely should. That's the best fucking idea. You know, one day I'm going to open up a theater and it's going to be that.
Take a questionnaire before you get inside the fucking door.
Like, yeah, just make them do a survey on their phone, like QR code scan in. Oh, yeah, now you're eligible to buy the fucking tickets.
Yeah.
Or if they do the whole, if you like go through the questionnaire and it's like, if you haven't seen these, the ticket price is higher.
They should like section them off. Just be like, nah, you will not fuck up the movie experience for every other person in this room. Huh?
You're going to segregate people?
Yeah, but in a completely nice way.
Jesus.
I would set up like bubbles, eh? I'd set up bubbles and just be like, okay, you're a talker. You belong in that bubble over there.
Yeah.
That's where you sit. You like to chat a little bit during the movie? Fuck off over there to the bubble.
Yeah, you like to go on your phone?
They'd be the shittest seats in the house too. Fuck that.
Oh my god.
It would be like those IMAX seats directly.
Yeah, man. That's what it would be.
They should have like the balcony area, and that should be where your talkers and your fucking like your texters go.
Hmm.
You're not fucking with anyone else. And the people that are there to watch the movie and are engrossed can fucking watch it in peace.
Yeah. I'm still very much for the thought of like you walk through an EMP field when you fucking walk into the cinemas.
They just
So it
destroy your
shuts off all your electronics. So fucking down, hey.
I want the bag, man. I want the Chappelle bags.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold it open. All right, yep. Put your phone in there. All right, cool. Zip it up. It locks as soon as you walk into the cinema. It will not unlock until you walk out of that cinema.
Yeah.
Put your fucking phone away.
Fuck
You know what's the worst as well is motherfuckers who use their phone in the IMAX as well. Because the seats, how they're built, you can see directly down at the next person. There was a cunt in front of us that had his phone on the armrest, face up. So you could see the fucking notifications coming through, and he'd casually grab it and start texting back and then put it back. Fuckers felt like doing the Batmans and just stabbing that phone broken. Fucking hell.
We finally got our we got our next episode of The Offer there. Fuck, this was good. Man, it
The
was
show
good.
just continues to be fucking excellent.
What is it? Episode 9 now.
Second
Is it
last.
So what? Next week is the last episode of The Offer.
Yeah. I know. And I'm sad to see it go, man, because it's been a ride. No, there's no filler in this show.
No, there's not.
Like, everything has just been go, go, go.
Ugh. This one, they actually go to Italy. It was
Yep.
beautiful. They're in Corleone. They basically get hit up by mobsters. They leave Corleone.
Yeah.
Francis is a bit of a dick, eh?
Yeah, he's a brat. He is a
Yeah,
brat, but that's because
he
he's
is
got
a
the
brat.
vision. He has
but
the vision for the movie.
But Ruddy improved the vision with where he brought him.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to be in Burbank. Bitch,
Yeah.
it's Italy. All right?
But
I would
like,
have fought Francis on the set, straight up.
yeah. But he also thought, hey, I'm not going to be there. But then all of a sudden, like, he got his wish. But because it wasn't that, initially he was like, fuck this. But then when he seen the fucking thing,
Yeah.
when he seen it, it was probably better than what he had in mind in Corleone.
Yeah. It was just beautiful. I love it. They walk down from that place, and there's the coffee shop, and
Yeah.
or the cafe, I should say. And it's just, it was just nice to see all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, casting Apollonia. It's crazy what they had to do in Italy because it was almost setting up shop again.
Yeah.
That they cast in Italy. They had assistant directors in Italy.
Yeah.
All that, like, most of their people were like based in Italy.
Yeah.
And they had to sort of find them on the fly, shoot it, get it, like cut it, run back to America. 2 weeks or however long they spent there. It was fucking crazy. It just seemed really quick that they had to get in, get out, and come back.
Mm-hmm.
But when they got back to like the States, because there's a lot of shit that they had to go back to.
Yeah.
I mean, Evans was still out.
Yep.
He had fucked up, made a scene at that party, and he was basically like in exile
Mm-hmm.
because he had to work through like that divorce from his wife.
Yep. You had Lapidus taking over running of the studio
Yeah.
and just not sort of understanding exactly what Bob does as
Yep.
well.
Yeah. That he was almost running it from like a numbers perspective and
That's right.
metrics and like how are we going to get the most bang for our buck, but
Mm.
not realizing that he has to be a filmmaker too.
That's right.
And I really like that dynamic.
The when Evans says what's his face, we don't want to go with the we don't want to go with what people what our audience are asking for. We tell them
Yeah.
what they want. Like it was just beautiful.
Yeah.
To see it's the first time I've seen that sort of dynamic. Right. So I've never seen it from the studio head's point of view.
Yeah.
Like it's always from a filmmaker or a producer's point of view. Like, no, we need to do this so we can get this done. Whereas Bob he sees it completely different.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Bob was the goat, man. Like, yeah, he had his shit and his idiosyncrasies.
Yeah,
But he also had the vision,
Mm.
which I really loved that. Like,
Yeah.
and Evans once again comes in to save the fucking day.
Yeah.
I love that when he was like the flying V. Like, audiences don't know what's happening. Like, we should be going with the cover art for this movie to draw people in, to entice them. The way that he talks, man, he's almost like you can hear the coke in his nose.
Yeah.
And he's still tasting it on the back of his tongue.
He's just so cool. But Evans was fucked up, huh?
Yeah.
Like his wife leaving him really fucked him over.
Yeah.
It's like
But-
the first thing he's ever lost.
Yeah, actually. Like he makes lemonade. That guy like turned whatever, like he didn't make it in Hollywood. He became the fucking the best producer out till
Yeah.
he's the head of Paramount Studios.
Mm-hmm.
And then using that pain of Ali, I forget her last name, leaving him.
McGraw.
Yeah. So by the end of the episode, we get this mad scene between Bloodhorn and Lapidus.
Mm.
But Bloodhorn's like, do you want Evans' role as head of Paramount, senior VP of Paramount? And Lapidus is like, I do, but I'm not the right fit. And it was awesome sort of seeing that, him recognizing that he's not the guy. He's absolutely not the guy for the role. And it should be Evans because he recognizes that Evans has got the vision. He can see things that Lapidus can't.
Yeah. He can do, there's just something that he can do that Evans can't. Yeah. I also love at the end of the episode the olive branch to Lapidus.
Yeah.
Right? That Bob gives him. The fact that he's he could have gone and sat with all of his mates over there at the table at that restaurant.
Yeah.
But chose no. Lapidus is over there. I'm going to go sit. I'm going to go sit with Lapidus and just talk through all this sort of stuff.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Because in a way, that's almost how Paramount Pictures kind of explode.
Mm.
Because if you have Lapidus there doing his thing from a Gulf and Western overview perspective, and you got Bob Evans, and if they can work in unison, the shit that Paramount's going to be able to do,
Which they
is going to
did.
blow people's it's going to blow people's minds. I haven't looked into that history because I'm just trying to keep myself like spoiler free for the show, even though it's a true story. But just trying to keep myself spoiler free.
Yeah, but we, I mean, they have Chinatown on the back burner, right?
Yeah,
Like that's coming up soon. That was a massive hit for Paramount as well.
Yeah.
And it got Oscars, it got everything, right? It was crazy. But what was I gonna say? It was just good, man. Like this, I don't want this to end. The mob screening was beautiful.
yeah,
Them stealing film canisters from Paramount so they could, travel with it out to New York and have a specific mob screening for the movie was beautiful.
yeah.
Yeah.
I love that it worked with that audience.
Oh,
and if
man.
it can work with that audience, and they've got them on board,
Yeah.
they're going to be like, when it goes to the wider audience, people are just going to lose their minds.
Yeah.
Like, you had people crying in the audience. You had people like gasping and shit. And these are mob guys. Like, I don't know if they brought their gumas or like their wives with them as well, but like they also recognize shit in the movie.
Depends on the night, friends. Depends on the night. Friday nights was for the gumar. Saturday was the wife.
I loved it when they're like, "Hey, Ruddy, if this movie's trash, you're not leaving the cinema alive." Oh man, they got that.
Yeah.
They got that approval, man. I love that shit. I love that. Like, it just ticks all that boxes of like make you feel good shit in the show.
Yeah.
The thing that I didn't understand though, and this is probably my only criticism of this episode, was the shot at the end there with Columbo and Ruddy.
Yeah.
And Ruddy was like really emotional over Columbo, but I don't think they earned that right to kind of go, well, Ruddy was that emotional, even though in real life he might have been.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But they probably didn't show enough, because the scenes that you have seen, like Columbo squeezing him for fucking money at that rally, he's threatening that fucking guy for his property. Like, there's scenes where Ruddy was scared of Columbo more than there's scenes of when they're bonding.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that like when we think about it, it's weird because we think it's just a week that's passed in the show, right?
Yeah.
It took how long? 3 months, 4 months to shoot the film?
Yeah.
Because they didn't have time, remember? I think what they don't show is their relationship sort of growing within that 3-4 months.
Yeah.
Right? Which would have been nice. And it was a nice cap when he invited him to dinner that one episode.
Yeah.
And he was talking about his kids. Columbo was talking about his kids and how, you know, that at a young age you can see if they're built for that life.
Yeah.
And he knew that his son wasn't built for that life.
Yeah.
And it sounds like he didn't want his son to be in that life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Amazing.
Sucks that it wraps up next week.
Shit.
Because we've had like these kind of waves of shows, and like we've had like real fucking mad shows kind of run through, and we've been there, and then I don't know if what we're watching now, like Obi-Wan, The Boys, and Miss Marvel, is as strong as like We Own the City and Under the Banner of Heaven and fucking.
It's not. We give you that 100%. It's not.
I mean, we had a dog in Halo, which was such a fucking tough watch. You know what I mean? But The Offer has just saved, I think, like those Paramount exclusives for me.
If Paramount is releasing this on 4K, and I hope they do, I would get this, man.
You know, I was thinking that when I was watching it last night.
I'd rewatch it. I would. It's one of those
Same.
shows I'd actually go back and rewatch. Beautiful.
Yeah. I watched this, and I watched the Godfather trilogy.
Hmm.
And that's a wrap on the whole week. Catch us on all social media, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We're on there every day, all day. You know the vibes. Give us a follow on YouTube, like and subscribe to all that shit. Are you like subscribed yet? Like, did you notice that we put a red carpet up? Go check it out. It's Elvis. It's Sydney. It's here. It's
not
happening,
the first
baby.
one. It won't be the last one either.
Fuck
So
no.
get
Fuck
in there.
no.
We will have interviews with stars very soon.
But most importantly, love yourself and love movies.
Vape more, smoke less, and wash your ass.